Two, one.
And welcome back to episode 6 of the Meech and Colby podcast. I'm here with Eastern Conference Finals champion Celtic fan Demetrius.
Yes, sir. Coming in with that BDE, that big dog energy today.
Right. That's what he says, even though Marcus Smart ended the game with a foul with that block.
That's always a big dog foul. That's how we did in the '90s.
Yeah, true. Hard melt basketball was a great game last
Got
night.
my Timbs on today. I ain't playing games.
Two great games last night. Eastern Conference Finals matchup is set. Celtics Heat. You want to talk a little bit about last night Celtics Raptors game?
Oh, I'd
Take
love
it
to.
over as
I'd
a
love
Celtics
to.
fan.
I'd love to. We played terrible basketball, but we somehow fumbled our way into a win, which I'm not complaining. I feel
A
like
big win.
I feel like the officiating was nice and lax. Like there was a lot of calls that could have went either way that they just didn't call, which I respect, especially in a Game 7
Yeah, they let him
playoff
play.
game. I was kind of worried when I heard Scott Foster was going to be the head ref
Yeah.
because he's kind of like the NBA's fixer in my opinion. But yeah, it was just a really good game. Played terribly, but it was a good like edge of your seat kind of like can't take your eyes off it game. Um, Fred Van Fleet threw up that brick in the very last seconds of the game.
Yeah, he did. He actually played decent the rest of
Yeah,
the
no, he,
game.
he played really well. I think he was
He
he
was
was
keeping them in there.
yeah, he was Toronto's leading scorer, and yeah, I think he was the biggest threat offensively that Toronto had the whole series. But
Yeah, definitely him or Lowry.
but well, Lowry he had like he was really inconsistent game to game.
Yeah,
Like
but he's gonna get his every
yeah,
night. Like if Lowry's not scoring the ball, he's gonna do something on the
yeah,
other. He's gonna
exactly.
play defense. He's gonna get charges,
He's gonna stick his arms in
assist the
people's
ball.
armbands.
Yeah, Lowry and Marcus Smart. Those are two guys you want fighting for you. Game
Yeah,
seven, similar
exactly.
play styles. I
I
like
feel
both
like
those
a lot
guys.
of people like put Pat Bev in that conversation, but like I don't agree with them.
Oh yeah, no, I feel like people put Pat Bev in that conversation more than they put Kyle Lowry in that conversation.
Facts.
But I think Kyle Lowry's more of a dog than Pat Bev because he does everything
He's
Patrick
actually
Beverly
good.
does, but better.
Yeah.
And I think he might even be a better defender. He's bigger.
He's got that big body.
Yeah, he guard probably the 1 through 4.
Facts.
It was a good series though. I would say. Celtics squeezed by. No Gordon Hayward. I guess they're looking forward to that next round.
I'm
If
a little apprehensive about that.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about they did have Semi Ojeley in there playing a couple
Yeah.
minutes. Grant Williams in there a couple times playing some
And
minutes.
credit to those guys, they really like stepped up their games.
Wanamaker, yeah, but I'm sure you'd rather have Hayward out
Yeah,
there every once in a while.
I'd rather have Hayward than Semi Ojeley, but like, for what we had in like Semi Ojeley, like he was out there making threes, which is more than what he did during the regular season. Grant Williams made some threes, which is like a lot more than he did in the regular season because he had like barely any. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah, those guys did come up huge for you. Toronto Siakam didn't show up the whole series. Game 7, he
Yeah,
didn't show up really.
that's kind of tough. Like it's kind of sad to see because like he was one of the best stories of the regular season to me.
Yeah, there was that argument, Siakam or Tatum, for a while. Who was the guy? Because during the whole regular season, it was an argument, right? Siakam or
Mm.
Tatum, they both had similar statistical years. Both teams finished 2 of the top 3, but
Guess what?
after the series, it's all Tatum.
Now we know.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going with Siakam right now. Spicy P didn't show up.
He was so Tatum as of last night is the second youngest player only behind Kobe Bryant to ever score 25, 10, and 5 in a game like in a playoff game ever. Or I think maybe it was a game 7. Maybe I don't know. I gotta check my numbers on that. It was a TNT stat that I saw that Ernie Johnson brought up to Tatum and was like,
Yeah, it's a whack ass stat. I'm sorry. It's a whack stat. They just wanted to compare him to Kobe.
yeah, I think so. But I don't know. It was a little cool knowledge nugget for you.
Wow. That blew my mind, bro. Anyway, Celtics meeting up with the Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals right now. I'll hit Meach with another stat. Hero's the youngest player to. No, not the youngest. He's the only player born in the 2000s to reach the Eastern Conference Finals or
You
any
can't see me
conference
right now, but
finals.
I'm golf clapping.
Hitting him with the fact right back. But the Heat Celtics, that's going to be a good matchup. Neither of them were the 1-2 seeds, first time ever. Neither the first or second seeds in the conference final.
Yeah.
Pretty similar play styles, I'd say, for both teams. Really
Mm.
scrappy. They can switch on anything pretty much. They have really versatile defenders on all 5 positions. What do you think is going to happen this series?
I think I'm not all right. So I'm not jinxing anything. So I'm gonna stay very vague.
No, I want your journalist point of view, Meech. Who's winning this series? No bias, nothing.
Okay. So from what I've seen during the regular season, but remember this is without Jay Crowder and Iguodala, which are two very important pieces
Yep.
to the Heat's defense and offense. We like kind of like we kind of own the Heat numbers, but we lost that one bubble game though to them. So I feel like this game, like this series is definitely going 6 or 7 games either way,
Really, I
in my
think.
opinion.
I'm thinking Boston in 6, Boston in 5, maybe. I think the Celtics are going to the finals. I wouldn't think I'd be saying that before the bubble even started, but I think the Celtics are going to the finals. Honestly, I think they have really great depth right now. Especially Hayward can come back. What, game 2 or 3 maybe? I don't think he's going to be there to start the series.
I hope they push the three. Well, it depends how we're playing, but
We'll see how he's
yeah,
coming back. Yeah, but I feel like you got the perfect defenders to throw on the wing. Adebayo, I mean, you could throw Tice on him. Tice is probably going to be the guy doing most of the work on Bam.
yeah.
And Butler, Brown, you could throw those guys
Mm.
on
As long as we can stop Bam from making those elbow plays, I feel like we'll be good.
yeah, for sure. And then the best part is you could just hide Kemba on defense every time going
Well,
against.
Kemba's been he like stepped it up defensively last series, like against Lowry and Fred Van Fleet, like on a lot of
Yeah,
possessions.
no, Fleet cooked him last night.
Yeah, Fleet cooked him, but he definitely like I feel like he forced him to a lot of really tough shots, and he was just making them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, in a sense. But now they could just hide him on a shooter like
Yeah.
Hero or Duncan Robinson
And I
in
don't
the
think that the
corner.
Heat are gonna be playing that box and one as like they're gonna try. They're not gonna be playing it as well because you know what I mean?
Right, yeah, I think the Celtics have a good chance of going to the finals, but I'm not going to count out Miami. They're a bunch of
Yeah,
dogs right now. I've
they're
counted them out every series, I think, other than round one. I
yeah.
thought they were going to beat the Pacers, but I thought the Bucks were going to win. They surprisingly destroyed the Bucks. Probably might be sending Giannis to another team.
I don't think so. I don't think he's gonna be going right to another team. I think that he's gonna I think he's gonna be a gentleman about it. You know what I mean?
Okay,
And
okay.
and
Like Charles Barkley said, he won't be a chump.
yeah, exactly. He's not gonna be a chump. He's gonna either play out the rest of the season or just not sign the supermax just to give him like, hey, like
Even though Charles Barkley is a chump because he did demand the trade during his career, so
yeah,
if that's the way that he wants to look at it.
yeah championship chump.
So yeah, so I got Lakers. I got Celtics in 6.
Yeah, of
You?
course you have Lakers in 6. I got oh my goodness, I don't even want to say. I got like Celtics in 7.
Celtics in 7. All
Celtics in
right.
7.
I think it's gonna be a good series. Not the one that either of us expected, really.
No,
No, but on the other side of the conference.
it's definitely the matchup I wanted. I'll say that.
Yeah,
I definitely wanted this matchup.
yeah, I know. You definitely didn't want that Philly matchup if Ben Simmons was healthy round
Oh
one.
my goodness. No, sir, I did not.
All right, we'll we'll move on though from there.
Oh, but
So
hold on, before we move on, here's another stat for you. Iguodala has been involved. Well, Iguodala and the Heat, I'm sorry, have been involved in the last 10 finals.
yeah, every championship, they've been in every finals.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. That's one stat going against the Celtics' favor.
yeah, they have the Iguodala factor.
Iggy and the Heat. So we'll move on. What do you think the Raptors have to do from here after that loss last night?
Um, hmm, that's a good question. I feel like they just need like one more person. You know what I mean? Just one more solid scorer. Whether they trade for him, whether they just sign him in free agency, depending on what their cap looks like. Um, I think either way, they're probably gonna have to drop Marc Gasol.
Yeah, unless he's willing to take a cheap contract,
I think he might.
veteran minimum.
That's a real possibility for them because like he knows that he's getting older and like he might not find another place like
He's
Toronto.
loved there, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Toronto should maybe make a move. Let Ibaka or Gasol walk this summer. I don't think they're going to be able to re-sign Fred Van Vliet. He's going to want a big
Oh,
contract.
that's facts. I forgot about
I
that.
could see him going to New York. New York, that's the type of player that they always end up signing, right?
Is
They're going to overpay for Fred Van Vliet, probably.
I think that's even a stretch for them to say that they want Fred Van Fleet.
Right, but I think the Raptors should probably get a reunion with DeMar DeRozan. I would like that. Bring in a third scorer, kind of make them a big three-esque, three all lower level all stars.
Do you think he takes a team friendly contract?
DeRozan, I think he wouldn't take the max, but he wouldn't take like a huge pay cut. I could see him taking 20 to 25 mil a year instead of the 30 to 35 mil.
Okay.
So still making some good money, but
Yeah.
chance to go win a championship. We know that he's happy there. Those are all his friends up there in Toronto.
Almost definitely.
And we know DeMar DeRozan's someone who speaks out about how he wasn't happy and
Yeah.
how especially after the trade. But who knows if he'd want to go back to Toronto after the way that they traded him away.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see him going back to Toronto. Like I feel like it's just like that experiment's already been tried too many times. I mean, without LeBron, no, but
Yeah, but it's a new East, and they have Spicy P. They never really had that solidified third player
oh,
when it
that's
was
facts. Yeah,
DeMar and Kyle running it.
I don't know. I feel like maybe they should just like try to keep Van Fleet because I feel like the system they have now, it's like
You'd prefer Van Vliet over DeMar?
yeah, definitely. They almost made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Like they were like literally like 10 points away.
Almost, but the East is just going to get harder next year. Boston's going to get more experience.
Yeah,
KD and Kyrie are going to come back. Ben Simmons is going to be healthy.
I don't know. I have faith in Nick Nurse's system right now because like Toronto was the matchup I was most afraid of in the East.
Right.
Um, because like Nick Nurse, he knows like how to bring the best out of his guys, you know,
Yeah,
and especially
absolutely. I
those.
just don't know because I don't think we obviously learned Siakam's not that superstar this year, and I don't know what they can do next year without that superstar, or at least
Oh,
having.
I agree with Kyle Lowry what he said in the post game interview that that this experience for Siakam is just gonna make him better. You know what I mean? I feel like it's gonna be like a real like a real
Maybe.
Giannis situation like where we took the
Yeah, but
Bucks
I mean,
out
what
and
did Giannis do again? He just got bounced again in the playoffs
yeah
this year for what, his fourth year in a row?
yeah but he definitely got better after he got bounced out of the playoffs like in that game 7 against the Celtics. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, he went from an Eastern Conference Game 6 loss to losing in the second round in
Yeah,
5. I mean, he didn't get much better from that.
facts. No, I'm saying like 2018 like that's when
Oh yeah, true,
he
true.
really took the jump
Oh yeah,
from
when they lost I
yeah
know what you
like
mean.
because he followed that season up he followed that loss in the first round with was that the year he won MVP or was that the
No,
year
he
that
won the
Harden won?
MVP. He's gonna win MVP this year and then last season.
Okay, but then yeah, but he was in contention though, right?
No,
No, he wasn't.
no, that was Harden,
LeBron and
LeBron,
AD
and Kawhi.
and Kawhi. Okay, all right. My apologies then.
So yeah, so we're gonna move on to the Western Conference. Clippers blew a big lead to the Nuggets yesterday. The
Yeah, that was
Joker,
insane.
Joker and PJ put some work on.
Paul Millsap saved that game for them.
Yeah, for sure. Paul Millsap's been playing some great defense on LA's best
I'm just
players.
glad to see the Nuggets not giving up like that. You know what I mean? Not going out
Yeah,
like
coming
that.
back. They were down 3-1 last series, and they came back. Who knows what can happen this week?
I feel like if they do lose in the second round, as a Nuggets fan, I will be happy with their season. You know what I mean?
You will or won't?
I will. I'll be happy.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be happy. They were the third seed, right?
They were the third seed.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. But I need at least a Western Conference Finals appearance. You need to push it farther than you did last year.
They need one more guy.
Last year they lost in the second round. It might be time to. Yeah, they do definitely need one more guy.
They
But
need
who
one
do you
more
have winning the
really.
series?
Clippers.
Clippers. You have them prevailing in Game 6.
Yeah, I don't think they can pull off two almost impossible.
Yeah, comebacks.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think Kawhi's just gonna come back, determine next game, and just take it over.
yeah, man. I can't bet against Kawhi.
Yeah, for sure, until he meets up in the Western Conference Finals. So we both think the Clippers are finishing that. And then the other series, we have Houston, LA, the other LA team, Lakers.
Obviously, Lakers are
You
winning
think
that
they
series.
finishing it tonight? We're recording this Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah, Game 5. I think they're going to finish it tonight, too. I think they made a good adjustment, moving 80 to the 5, playing neither of our centers.
Yeah, I definitely I have no faith in the Rockets. I have no faith in Daryl Morey, James Harden, Russell Westbrook.
Time to
I
blow it up.
time to blow it up. Time just
Who's going to want that Westbrook contract?
nobody. I feel like he's gonna retire next. I feel like he's gonna retire within 5 years.
Yeah, he's definitely going to finish getting paid this bag that he's owed first.
Yeah, and then he's gonna maybe get like a veterans contract on like a crappy team like Atlanta or like you know what I
Atlanta
mean?
will be good by that time.
Maybe the Knicks can get him and they can finally get the superstar.
It would be a Knicks move going after an old superstar.
Well, they're trying to go after Melo right now, but
Yeah, I know. Why would you want to go back to them?
exactly. But I hate Mike D'Antoni's system that he has going on right now. Like everybody's making a big deal of like, oh, Daniel House was out. Like he got, you
Oh
know,
yeah, Daniel House for sure.
he's had that COVID girl. You know, his COVID girlfriend, his his bubble baby.
I've seen somebody post on Instagram. They're like, I feel bad for his wife and kids, man.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if he's got a wife and kids, but we'll see. That's not cool, Daniel House.
Yeah, but like,
Risking that for your team.
but I just don't. Even if they had him, like they still would
Oh
lose.
yeah, for sure.
You know what I
No,
mean? Like
I
that
don't
whole
think
small ball, micro
you can't
ball.
blame that on Daniel House.
Yeah, like that whole small ball, micro ball system they got going on is just.
It's good for the regular season because it throws teams off for a one game
Yeah, exactly.
matchup. But when you can really just focus in on it for 7 games straight and be like, okay, don't let somebody always have a man in the middle so Harden can't get to his
Yeah,
center
exactly.
pass, and always stick somebody in the corner with PJ Tucker, and on the middle there's always gonna be an open 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
So we'll see what's going on there.
Or
I
just
think
force Russ to shoot.
yeah, force Russ to shoot. He was actually hitting them a couple nights ago.
Yeah, I mean obviously.
First night out of you're gonna hit them eventually.
Yeah, like if you just keep hucking them up, like you're gonna hit 1 or 2. You know what I mean?
So I said Lakers in 6. I'm gonna stick by that. I think Westbrook and Harden are gonna come out tonight, win the game.
This is game 6.
Tonight's game 5. So I have the Lakers losing tonight actually,
Oh, I don't.
but I have them taking care of it in 6.
I have them winning handily.
They were up 2-1 and it almost looked like the Rockets gave up, right?
Yeah.
The Lakers were like clowning them on the bench. LeBron was like doing bottle flips, all that whole thing. So Western Conference Finals, you think it's gonna be Battle of LA?
Yeah, I think so.
We're excited, man. This is what I've been looking forward to all year. We knew this was gonna happen since they both signed there.
Yeah. I don't know who's gonna come out of that series though.
Me neither.
That's gonna be a rough one.
I'm excited. I think it goes 7.
But the Clippers have been doing like a really bad job of like talking a bunch of crap and then not being able to back it up.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to see which Paul George we get.
Yeah.
Because there's 2 different Paul Georges this postseason.
Pandemic P.
Pandemic P and Playoff P. So we'll see. Either way, neither of them are
George
worse
Paul and Paul George.
Either way, neither of them are worse than Spicy P right now.
I know, right?
But no, that's gonna be a good series. I say it goes 7. 7 for sure.
7
The Battle of LA.
I feel like whoever wins the series is gonna they're just gonna control the series.
Whoever wins Game 1.
Yeah.
I feel like the Lakers are not a Game 1 team. They're not a Game 1 team. They like to come out, play it easy. Like you've seen it against Portland and you've seen it against Houston.
So they just rest.
They come out. They don't really rest. They come out and they just kind of feel out the series, see what their game plan is. But they compete.
Yeah.
Game 1, and then Game 2 they just come back and kick ass. Like they're like, we figured you guys out.
Yeah, I feel you.
And then we'll see how it goes up against the Clippers. I wouldn't be surprised if Lakers would lose Game 1, but Game 2 is when they come back. Because the Lakers are probably the smartest team in the NBA, I think.
You think the Clippers are the smartest team?
Lakers.
Oh, Lakers?
Yeah,
Yeah, they got a lot of basketball IQ on there.
of course. You're running with probably the 3 greatest passers of our generation, Rondo, LeBron, Caruso. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. But you have Jason Kidd, Rondo, LeBron right there. Just feeling out the court for you right there.
But JaVale McGee's lack of IQ kind of
No, JaVale McGee is a champion. He went to Golden State and he learned from them how to win. He's
that's
a multi-time.
That's a right place, right time kind of.
No, he was their starting center for 2 years when they won championships. He did the gauntlet work. He's a different man now. He's matured. He's got a gold grill.
But I mean, when you're on Shaqtin' a Fool every single week,
10 years ago.
10
when
years.
he won his last MVP on Shaq and a Fool.
Well, that was 10 years ago.
It couldn't have been more than 6, 7. I don't know the exact number.
Yeah, but I don't know. He's definitely been on there.
Yeah, but no, he's a good player. Dwight Howard.
Yeah, he's a good backup center. I'll give you that.
He's a great starting. He's a better starting center than the Celtics have.
Maybe offensively, yes.
Both of our centers are better than the Celtics center. No, defensively they both kick the Tice's cheeks, and offensively. Are you kidding me? Don't compare Daniel Tice to JaVale McHoward.
What's his name?
JaVale McHoward. That's when I combine them both.
Oh, okay. Javoit. Nah, man. I'm going with Tice Cream all day.
Tice Cream. Okay, that's cringe. But is it going to be a Celtics Lakers finals? Do you think? Would you love to see it?
I'd love to see it. That's the matchup I'm hoping for.
How crazy would this season be if it ended up with Lakers Celtics finals? It'd be interesting.
If the Celtics make the finals.
If the Lakers make the finals as well, both of them have tough matchups ahead of them.
That's the matchup I'm hoping for is Lakers Celtics.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Lakers Heat either watching.
Because I think you guys' perimeter defenders are way worse than the Clippers.
Oh yeah, no, Clippers definitely have the better, probably just a better defensive team, for sure.
Yeah, facts.
So we're gonna move on to who disappeared more. Who disappears more in the playoffs overall, Giannis or Harden? Not even
Harden.
this season. I think I'm going with Giannis disappears more. Harden does his thing. I'll make my case for Harden. Harden does his thing every year. He scores his points every year, but he just ran into the Warriors 5 years in a row. He was dropping his 40 pieces the first 2 rounds, and he ran
Okay.
into 4 All-Stars. And so I think this year, obviously, he ran into the 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
He had a good game. Last game, he only had 4 points.
Okay.
Other than his free throws, he scored 20 points off of free throws, so he ended the night with 24 points, but he only made 2 shots the whole game.
Okay.
But Harden's game is free throws. And I just say Giannis, he's been in the weak East. He has the chance to dominate as the 1 seed 2 years in a row.
Yep.
And he just gets bounced 2 years in a row, and he just doesn't come back with anything
He
better.
ran into Kawhi last season.
Yeah, but he ran into Kawhi with a 2-0 lead.
Facts.
He was the MVP.
Yeah.
On the best team in the league.
But
Kawhi ran into him,
yeah.
and Kawhi
I definitely
spanked
feel you
him.
on that, but I feel like
Who do you got?
the same argument that you have for James Harden, I give for Giannis, because
No, Giannis did not run into any team close
so let me make my point
to
real
those
quick,
Warriors
Kobe.
teams.
Let me make my point real quick. I got you.
Do it.
I got you. All right. So Giannis, he scores his points. You know, I feel like the only reason why he got bounced so easily is because he sprained his ankle.
He was already down 3-0.
Yes, but I feel like he would have at least won 2 games. He would have.
Yeah, no, we're not saying coulda, shoulda, would'ves. We're just saying what happened.
But when you get injured, like
Okay, what about last year? What about the year before that?
the
What
year
about
before,
the year before
that,
that?
he got knocked out in Game 7.
He got knocked out in a Game 6, up 2-0.
No, the
He
year
lost 4 in a row.
No, the year before that is
So
what I'm
then
saying.
2 years ago.
Yes,
Okay.
2 years ago. 2 years ago, he got knocked out in Game 7. That he very well was right about to win, and we won that by the Celtics won that by the skin of our teeth.
In what, the first round? So he
Yes.
didn't even get out of the first
No, he
round.
did
So
not.
that's why you're praising him.
Yes,
At least Harden makes it to the conference finals every year.
I hate Harden's little mohawk thing that he has going on, and I'll never forgive him for that.
No, we're
That's
not
a
talking about hair. We're not talking about hair.
I'll
Giannis
never
disappears
take,
like Casper the
I will never
Ghost.
take Harden's side
This
on
is your
anything.
this is your MVP. I feel like Killmonger right now. This is your MVP. Giannis, this man always disappears when it matters most.
I will never take Harden's side on anything, even if you have a better point, which you probably do. Just because of that stupid haircut.
All right, Mad Football's coming up too.
Yeah.
Football season kicked off this week. What do you have to say about Game 1 opening night? Chiefs Texans.
Really, I think Colby's trying to make his own language just to shorten the amount of words that he says. Javale McCoward, no, the Chiefs.
No, JaVale McCoward.
Yeah.
But what do you think about Thursday night? Chiefs Texans.
Chiefs Texans was a good game. Patrick Mahomes played his booty off. What do you got? 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, 3 touchdown passes.
Deshaun Watson played pretty well.
Yeah, for sure.
He had one touchdown. Threw for more yards than Mahomes, but I feel like just that's because the Chiefs running backs and everything.
Yeah, they have Clyde Edwards.
Yeah.
Who's a rookie.
What was his name? Sammy Watkins.
Sammy Watkins scored.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 touchdowns, but I know that he had one right off the rip.
Yeah. Chiefs offense is looking real nice.
Yeah, they are. The defense looked real good.
Even to a novice like myself.
For sure, and like you said, Watson played good, but the Chiefs just played even better. It was a tough game. Kelsey had a good game, 60 yards and a touchdown. That's kind of what you need out of your tight end over there. Tyreek Hill didn't really have that great of a game as I thought, but for the Texans, you lost your best receiver,
Did you play for
DeAndre
the
Hopkins.
Pacers?
Who?
Tyreek Hill?
For the who?
The Pacers.
No, you're thinking of Tyreek Evans.
Oh, okay.
on the Texans side of the ball, Brandon Cooks was their new wide receiver 1. He didn't have that great of a game, but he came in injured to the game. David Johnson looked real good as the new Texans running back 1.
Okay.
So that season's going to be interesting. We'll see.
I'm calling it now. Chiefs are winning the Super Bowl.
Who are they playing in the Super Bowl?
I have no clue.
Ooh, call your Super Bowl right now, Demetrius.
Chiefs and are the Seahawks in the same?
Yep. No, you
Okay.
could do the Seahawks. They could
Oh
play the
yeah, so
Seahawks.
yeah, then Chiefs Seahawks.
All right, I like that. I'm going Chiefs. I like that a lot. Ooh, I don't want to copy you, man, because like I can't copy the novice. Oh snap! I'm going Chiefs. Chiefs over the Saints in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
All right, but so we're just gonna move on to some more NFL. So that week one was good. Chiefs got a 1-0 start to their season. So we're just gonna hit every single game this week. We're gonna do this for you guys each episode.
Hit me with it.
NFL Weekly Pick'em. Me and Meech are gonna give you a quick preview of each game that's happening this week, and we're gonna pick our winners of that week.
Yeah, I like it.
Give a quick talk about them, if anything. So we're gonna start off with Giants versus Steelers. Who do you got?
Steelers.
Steelers. Yeah, I'm going with Steelers. They're coming back hot. Big Ben Roethlisberger's ready to play some football.
Mhm.
Lions Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears,
The
really? You're
Bears.
going with the
Yeah.
Bears?
You ever see
Okay.
that SNL skit?
Oh, yeah, I've seen it for sure. I'm going with the Lions, I think. The Lions just have the better quarterback. They're more well coached, but that's going to be a close game. I don't think either team's really that good.
Yeah, exactly.
Patriots Dolphins.
As
Two
much as
even teams.
I want to be a homer, I gotta give it to the Dolphins. They have more experience with each other. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
I feel like the Patriots are still gonna. It's gonna take a while for them to fill themselves out, figure out their new offense. So
I feel you on that, but I'm going Patriots all day.
Okay.
I'm going with the Pats. Browns Ravens.
Ravens.
No question, yeah.
Yeah.
Browns have all those superstars on paper, but Ravens just show up. We'll see how Lamar
Odell's
Jackson's first game
going
is.
through it right now.
Yeah, I know.
he's in a real crappy situation.
Jaguars Colts. We're just moving on from
Colts.
that. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Colts have Phillip Rivers now starting at quarterback, so that's gonna be interesting.
A lot of these are just like really like uneducated guesses.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with you there too. I'm gonna go with the Colts. Eagles Redskins, or no, they're not the Redskins anymore. Sorry, Philadelphia versus the Washington football team.
Philadelphia.
I'm going with Philly too. They're just way too experienced right now. Jets Bills.
Bills.
Bills, yeah, me too. Bills are probably one of the better teams in
Sure,
the AFC,
Buffalo.
and the Jets are just always struggling.
Yeah.
For sure. Vikings versus the Packers.
Packers.
Packers, I'm going with the Vikings. Two similar teams, both playoff teams, caliber. Similar teams. They both have great weapons on the outside, good solid defenses. It's Aaron Rodgers versus Kirk Cousins, so we'll see how it goes.
I feel you on that.
Raiders, Panthers.
Raiders.
Raiders, okay. I'm going with the Panthers with their new quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater and McCaffrey. We'll see what they could do.
The same way I feel about the Patriots, the same way I feel about Carolina. I feel like anytime there's like a really drastic quarterback shift,
Yeah.
it takes a lot. It takes a lot of getting used to.
Yeah, for sure. Especially during COVID-19 and they're not having all the practice time in preseason games.
Facts.
Seahawks, Falcons.
Seahawks.
Okay, yeah, I think the Seahawks are a much better team, but I think the Falcons are going to win week one.
Really?
Matt Ryan and Julio Jones are just going to come out slinging it. But I think the Seahawks are the better team. Chargers, Bengals. Joe
Chargers.
Burrow, the rookies coming up. Oh, you're going with the Chargers?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going with Joe Burrow. He's going to win his first game ever
so?
as an NFL player. Yeah, for sure. I think Chargers are going to be coming out with Tyrod Taylor. He's a veteran quarterback, but he's not that amazing. Bucks, Saints, probably one of the better games this week.
Saints.
Saints,
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with you there. I'm going to go with the Saints. Mike Evans is questionable for Tampa Bay, so he might not play.
Exactly.
One of their best receivers. He's a monster. Cowboys, Rams, another good game.
How about them Cowboys?
Really, you rolling with Dak?
Yeah.
Okay. Feed Zeke and Dak. I'm going with the Rams.
For what?
I'm going with the Rams. I feel like the Cowboys just never show up when it's prime time games.
Yeah.
Sunday, they're playing Sunday night, 8:30. Only game on
I feel
Sunday
like
night.
this is gonna be like the Dak Prescott revenge game.
Yeah, he's gonna have to come out, shut up Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless, who's his biggest fan, he's gonna have to come shut him up. 49ers, Cardinals.
49ers.
Okay, me too. I'm going with the 49ers, even though the Cardinals did make a lot of improvements this offseason.
Yeah.
But the 49ers are obviously Super Bowl caliber team. Titans,
Exactly.
Broncos to end it off Monday night.
Titans.
Titans?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. They're going to roll with Derrick Henry, just give him the rock the whole game, let him do his thing.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. So that's going to be a good game. So
Yes, sir.
it's going to be a good season. When we hit you next week, we're going to talk about a couple of these games, make our predictions for next week too. So we're going to move on to Kemba Walker and Cam Newton, two of North Carolina's finest.
Cardiac Kemba.
Cardiac
My guy.
Kemba, Super Cam. They both are taking trips to Boston for, it looks like, a good chunk of their career now.
Yeah.
After spending time in Charlotte, Cam won a Super Bowl, won an MVP, and went to a Super Bowl in
Kemba won
Charlotte.
Michael Jordan's heart.
Yeah, Kemba was obviously probably the best Charlotte Hornet basketball player ever.
Muggsy Bogues, Del Curry.
No, but Kemba leads them in everything. He's all star.
Yeah, not for
All
you.
those guys. So I feel, and Boston's taken both of Charlotte's best players.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Charlotte's best players. So who do you think is going to play a bigger impact on their team? We already
Kemba.
see what Kemba did for his team.
Kemba, 100% Kemba.
I mean, if you want to say it, if you think Kemba's playing a bigger impact
I think Kemba's impact can lead to rings.
to rings.
Yeah, I'm saying it has the potential to. I'm not saying it's definitely going to.
Yeah,
Like,
we'll see. Maybe I think I'm going to go with Cam Newton just because he does lead the whole offense, and
Yeah.
it's hard to compare two different sports for sure.
Exactly.
It's really hard. But I'm just going to go Cam because he's running the offense.
But
Kemba, we'll see. We know what he did. He pushed them to the
Yeah.
conference finals at least. At least they can easily go to the finals and they could win a finals this year.
exactly.
I don't think the same is going to be coming out of the Patriots this year, but I think Cam's going to
Yeah.
really elevate them and do the most that he can to get them into the playoffs, which many weren't expecting them to do with
Mhm.
Stidham. And then, so we're going to move on to which NBA player do you think is going to take the biggest leap next season?
Hmm. That's a
Not
good one.
necessarily most improved player, but
Yeah,
which
there's-
player do you think is just going to take the biggest step in becoming
Like a superstar.
just
like
not
okay.
necessarily a new superstar, just taking the biggest step? Like maybe you could see Bol going from,
I think MPJ is gonna take a big step.
yeah, that's your guy.
I feel like even just with that shot, even just like that, you know what I mean, that he pulled off last night. I feel like it's gonna give him a lot of confidence, even more than he already has.
Oh, for
he
sure.
he might even be up for most improved next year.
You think he's still going to be on the Nuggets next season?
I can see it happening.
I could see him being moved in some type of trade for Bradley Beal.
Maybe.
Because if they want Bradley Beal, I feel like the only way you're getting him is I need MPJ back somehow, right?
Exactly. But I don't know if they're gonna really trade. I think they're really gonna wait until the deadline and see how
Yeah,
and
because
see how everything plays out.
like you said this year, you were happy with. You said the
Yeah.
Nuggets are your second team. You said you're
Yeah.
happy with them being bounced in the second round.
By one of
If
the
they
best
run
teams.
it back with the same team next year, they're not making it past the second round. I don't think either. They're gonna run into the Lakers or the Clippers
Well,
or
it
Golden
really
State.
depends how they develop the young players and if depending on how Bol and like
You
pans
think
out,
next year, even if Bol and MPJ come out and become, what do you think MPJ could be next year? What do you think his ceiling is as a player?
like 23 points per game,
You think if they get 23 points out of MPJ, they can win a finals?
yeah, because they're already getting like if they're already getting like almost 30 from Jokic, like almost 30 from Jamal Murray,
Yeah, but then somebody's gonna be losing shots if he's gonna be taking all those shots. Right now, he's coming off the bench for them.
yeah, I'm saying like if he stays,
Millsap is a free agent, so he could step into that role.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. But they need to replace that veteran experience though too.
Yeah, that is true.
So like I don't know, is Andre Iguodala like a
He has another year after this
okay?
on his contract, and I think Iguodala's actually found a home in Miami. I think he likes
You
it
think
there.
so?
Yeah, I think for sure. Because remember, he didn't want to go play for Memphis, right? I think
Yeah.
he wants to just live life somewhere that he likes, like
Mhm.
Golden State.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, speaking of the Heat, I think another one of those players that's gonna make a big jump next season is Kendrick Nunn or Tyler Hero, one of those guys, like one of those young guys, you know.
yeah, maybe I could see the Heat getting another player next season too.
Facts.
Another.
They're looking really good for like a free agency hotspot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Miami, they're young. Who doesn't want to be in Miami?
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. No, that is
But
true.
they need the right type of player. You know what I mean? They need like a guy who's willing to put up with like the
Yeah, they need
aggressive
someone
leadership.
who's a worker horse. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know what you mean. Somebody who's like really in it for the championship, that
Exactly.
really wants to win, compete night in and night out,
Mm.
no matter who they're playing, no matter how high they up.
Another young player that I think that can make the leap into superstardom or stardom is I think Donovan Mitchell might take that extra,
Yeah, he definitely
The
needs to
extra
improve his
step.
defensive game and his playmaking.
and I feel like he's gonna do that next season.
Yeah, we'll see for sure. Because the Jazz have a pretty nice squad around him.
Yeah,
He has a pretty nice squad around him. They need a better wing defender.
definitely.
Bogdog and Ingles aren't. They're not really that athletic. They're both
Yeah.
great shooters, European playmakers.
Well, Ingles is Australian
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
from the down under.
Please don't cancel us for that. Yeah. No, that's interesting. That's interesting. Next year, I have some people that I think will be taking a huge jump up. I think Shea. I think
Shea.
SGA.
Oh, yep.
Shea Gilgeous Alexander. I think the Thunder are going to move on from Chris Paul, and they're really going to give him the keys to just run that offense
Yeah.
and take it over. I think he's going to be an all-star level player, lower level all-star player.
I totally forgot about him. Yeah, I 100% agree with that.
SGA, and I think Bam's just going to keep getting better. I
Yeah,
think he
facts.
might take that step to becoming a top 3 center. I think he might take over that spot from somebody like Kat or Embiid.
Yeah.
I could. I think Jokic is going to stay a top 3 center for a while in the league just because there's nobody like him.
Exactly.
There's
The
nobody that
league
can.
of his own.
Him and Kat are probably. Kat might be the better shooter, but other than that, Jokic is better at pretty much
Jokic is a
everything.
really good shooter too.
Yeah, but Kat's amazing. He's probably the best shooting big maybe ever.
Maybe. Well, I mean, Manupo was pretty good from the 3.
I was just grilling Meech, so I got you right there. Yeah, but no, I could see Bam becoming a top 3 center in the
Yeah.
league next year for sure. And also I like Markkanen on the Bulls.
Yeah.
I could see him maybe if they move,
Especially if they get rid of Levine.
if they get rid of Levine too. But I mean, even with Boylan out of there,
Yeah.
I could see him maybe reaching not Kristaps level, but Kristaps X play style.
Definitely has some unicorn type tendencies.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And we're gonna end this hoops. We're gonna end the hoops part of this podcast off with best teammate of all time for Tim Duncan,
I got David Robinson,
the Admiral.
the Admiral, that Twin Towers offense that Pop was running back in the late 90s.
Absolutely. Yeah, Tim Duncan's probably had some of the best teammates in NBA history.
Facts.
Admiral.
Him, LeBron, all those guys.
Yeah, but he's probably had the best for just like staying in one place.
Yeah, exactly.
Him or Kobe, but he's had Admiral, Ginobili, Tony Parker, Kawhi, and all these other guys sprinkled in.
Yeah, but I feel like that's just a testament to the way the Spurs developed their
All those
young
guys were
players.
drafted by the Spurs
Yeah.
too.
So I feel like it's not like it's a San Antonio's like a free agency
Absolutely.
like hot spot. It's just really good. Like I think I agree with Skip Bayless when he said the Spurs are the most respected organization in basketball,
Yeah,
and I feel like that's a big reason why.
for sure. Yeah, no, they are. They're really well coached. I think the only reason why they're a well-respected team in basketball is because it's all Popovich.
Yeah, facts.
Well, the second Popovich leaves,
He's
or if he
he's
wasn't
the
there,
GM, the owner, the president, the janitor.
he's doing everything. He's really playing out there.
He's cleaning sinks. He's changing the trash bags.
I'm
He
going
runs
with
the whole show.
I'm going with Tony Parker because this is the fun thing about the best teammate ever because we look at it in kind of different aspects like we did Kidd and Nash last week. So you went with the Admiral again because that was probably his best teammate statistically in 1 year, best season ever. I'm going with Tony Parker because they ran pretty much the whole career together, that pick and roll.
Yeah.
Think about it, every great power forward has that great point guard.
Yeah, to run that mean pick and roll.
Yeah, there's probably not any Hall of Fame power forward that hasn't played with a Hall of Fame worthy point guard.
KG?
Rondo.
No,
He got Rondo sometime when he
I'll
did his
give you
only
that.
winning.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, so I think you think about it, Stockton had Malone, Kobe had Gasol, or Gasol had Kobe, he's a guard.
Yeah.
Not necessarily point guard, I should say guard.
Yeah.
Every great power forward needs to have a guard because no power forwards can really strive on their own. But I think it's Parker. They played the majority of their career together, won 4 rings together.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kawhi is definitely up there, but he wasn't fully what he is yet. He still showed up that one finals run, won them an MVP, finals MVP.
Yeah, but that was like baby Kawhi, you know?
Yeah, no, but he was still balling. Puma sneakers on the rise. Puma.
Yeah.
They got a bunch of good endorsement athletes and celebrities.
Including Meech himself. I want to wear a pair of Puma basketball shoes. My favorite shoes to hoop in.
Of course, we're gonna talk about some celebrities with Puma. You know, they got DeAndre Ayton, Marvin Bagley, Kuzma,
Terry Rozier.
Isn't
he the third?
I don't know.
I think so.
I don't know. They got Jay-Z, J. Cole, Clyde Drexler, Neymar, LaMelo, Usain Bolt, Meek Mill, Rihanna.
Oh, the soccer player?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to name a few. Puma's on the rise, guys. What you think? Meech, you think that Puma can come out with a nice competitive NBA shoe in the future?
They kind of already are.
No, I'm talking about in the next 5 years. Can you see them competing with Adidas, Under Armour, not necessarily Nike and Jordan, because those guys are always going to run the
They're
league.
definitely competing with Adidas and Under Armour right now. I think they're winning.
Really,
Yeah.
I think Adidas definitely has more. I think that Adidas is definitely more worn around the NBA than Puma.
Well, so I saw like the whole like there's like a big story between like Adidas and Puma.
All right,
Did
yeah,
you know
hit
the
me with it.
history?
No, I don't.
So like Puma and Adidas were a family business at one point together, and then
Oh yeah,
in Germany, and then ran by like the Audi Daslers or whatever their last name was.
right, right.
But they eventually split, and then like in the town that the factories were in, they literally chose sides. Like you either wore Puma or you wore Adidas, and like there was like a part of town only wore Adidas shoes, and like the other part of town only wore Pumas.
Oh
So like
snap!
and it caused like a really big like for like decades since these like companies started like in
The
the
war
20s.
on sneakers.
Literally it was a sneaker war because like they were made for soccer. So like
All right, so could you see them competing with Nike or Jordan ever? Puma?
no,
No. All
no.
right, okay, that's what
But they're definitely competing with like
to
I
become
think they're
that
competing.
third NBA shoe.
I think they already are because like look at how many players there are. Like
Yeah, they do. I wouldn't say that they really have. They don't really have that name yet. They have a lot of young, up
yeah
and
they don't
coming
yeah.
players.
But
That's what they're
like a lot
looking
of like a
for,
lot of
though.
unsigned players though are wearing Pumas.
Unsigned players.
Yeah, but I'm just but like that but that says a lot though.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. And I think that they kind of made like this approach. They already had their famous celebrities. They had
Yeah,
Clyde Drexler, so they wanted to get those younger guys that had the chance of becoming
exactly.
popping off, and then they can endorse that Puma shoe. Do or die top fives. We're hitting you now.
With the top five fast food sandwiches.
All right, Meech, hit us with your five.
Dairy Queen's Grill Burger, Popeye's regular chicken sandwich, that pickle in the bread tastes beautiful. Uh, McDonald's quarter pounders, not the Cactus Jack version. Y'all are suckers for eating that stuff up. Um, my fourth, Burger King Rodeo Burger, and five, modern day classic, the Baconator,
All right, which one's your number one on that list and why?
the Rodeo Burger. It's the most who puts an onion ring on a burger besides the genius? You know what I mean? Like
They
barbecue
do call
sauce.
him king for a reason.
Exactly. Exactly. That's all I have to say.
I'm coming in with my top five. That spicy Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Okay. I've never
Uh,
had Chick-fil-A to be honest with you.
really?
Yeah.
You gotta try the spicy Chick-fil-A sandwich because the only thing that it competes with is my second
Okay.
Popeye's spicy chicken sandwich.
Yeah. Battle for the ages.
It's a battle for the ages. Popeye is more of like that like street meat that like
Street meat.
you know what I mean? Popeye comes straight from the hood.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All
Like that
right.
shit like that stuff's fire. And then that Chick-fil-A is more like fancy, like you know what I mean? It's like fancy fast food and Popeye.
You guys just heard Colby, not Colby.
I'll tell you right now, yo, Chick-fil-A, you walk in there and they're like, "Hello, sir, how may I help you with your order? Would you like any Chick-fil-A sauce?" And then if you're in Popeyes, they're like,
what you want?
they're like, "Here's your sandwich, sauce is in the bag." She's like, and I'm like, yo, there's a hair on my sandwich.
It's
She's like, extra
Louisiana
flavor,
fast.
Louisiana fast. Yeah, then biscuits too, but the
Oh,
Travis Scott quarter
I
pounder.
call those biscuits edible chokeholds.
Have you had them? They're so dry, bro. Popeye's biscuits are so dry. KFC crispy kernel sandwich, and then Shake Shack the chicken nugget sandwich. Bangs. I've only had it once in my life.
The crispy kernel ad campaign is one of my favorite ad campaigns ever.
Yeah, KFC does have some good ads, man. Coming on at one for me though is probably that Popeye's spicy chicken sandwich though.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like the homemade pickles and the way the bread is really like incorporated in that sandwich
Absolutely.
is unmatched.
Absolutely, so you
It's
can't go
definitely the
wrong
best
with that.
chicken sandwich you can get around in my experience.
Yeah, you're gonna have to try the Chick-fil-A
Yeah.
one. It definitely competes with it, but I'm gonna go with Popeyes all day.
I'll give you that.
Then two more things left on this episode. We're gonna go. Meech is gonna take it over for the best album.
All right, so today we're gonna do Kendrick Lamar.
Yep, this is Meech's guy.
One of my many guys. I haven't listened to him in a very long time. Kind of been like on a more like MF Doom kick, some of that weirder stuff. But yeah, Kendrick Lamar. I think he's probably came out with the best album of the 2010s with to Pimp a Butterfly. Always been a tongue twister for me. But yeah, like I always take T-Pab for one of the best albums of all time, let alone 2010s. It's just a beautiful blend of jazz fusion and hip hop. You know, like the way like it was like a has an overarching theme of like deals with the devil and like and all these other like metaphors and like the poetry that was like sprinkled throughout the album. It's a great like album to listen to front to back. You know what I mean? It's not like an album like, oh, I like just a couple songs off here. It's like to really like get it, like you need to like listen to everything. And I think Blacker the Berry has one of the hardest drum breaks I've ever heard on any hip hop song ever in my life. And so, just for all those reasons, that I can go on forever about this album, but I don't know. It has a soft spot because it was one of the first albums that I really got into for me, and it's incredible.
All right, I can respect that. I've never been a big Kendrick fan. Like you said, my favorite album. There's only a couple songs I like off it.
Yeah.
Good Kid, Mad City.
Which is another one that you should listen to front to back because that one's actually a concept album and it tells an entire story.
For sure. My favorite song off that album. I'm a big Ho fan. I like "Don't Kill My Vibe," the remix with Jay Z in it.
I feel that's one of
Obviously,
Jay Z's weaker verses ever.
yeah, but I still think he bodies Kendrick in it.
Yeah, that's also like one of Kendrick's weaker verses. I'm not a huge fan of that remix at all, but that album fun fact that album is the first album that I bought on vinyl, like with my own money.
Yeah, then I like off that album. I like Backstreet Freestyle, Poetic Justice, Swimming Pools. That was probably what was that the radio hit off that album probably.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. And then Compton, him and Dr. Dre.
my favorite songs on that album, Good Kid. I like
Yeah, I do like Good Kid and Mad City off that
yeah,
too.
Mad City is definitely probably my favorite one. That's probably like the best beat on the album. That's the best feature with MC8. Respect to him. He's like a kind of like an underground West Coast guy that never really hit it big, like big. I think he had maybe a couple big songs in the '90s, but he's definitely a West Coast legend. Um, there's another one out there I can't think of. Whatever.
Yeah.
Just that one's really good. That's definitely like if I had to pick a second favorite Kendrick album, it's definitely that one.
And that's what we got for you guys today. We'll be back next week with another episode.
Yeah.
Gonna talk some more. We're gonna have the conference finals games ready for you guys by our next episode. We'll talk those.
Yeah, same bat time, same bat channel.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Some more NFL Week 1. All the games are gonna be finished by then. We'll be able to talk about the scores, what went on around the league, and hopefully have some new news for you guys. So take it easy. We'll
Yeah.
be back with a new album next week.
New album.
Talking about a new album.
Oh,
Best
okay.
album ever. Top fives. We're gonna be hitting you with those all week. So take it easy, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, take it easy. Pray for what's his face. You know what I'm talking about.
No,